Hey y'all, and welcome to the Max Life. So I am about to head out. I'm gonna grab an extra battery because I have a lot to do today. And in case I lose battery, I have one in my pocket. But I'm about to head out and get some chores done. But before I do, I want to show you what's on the floor. So if you can see that, that is the rest of my garlic that I got pulled up. And
I did.
You don't know what you're talking about. Come on, let's go get your boots on. Stand up. So that was the rest of the garlic that I pulled up yesterday with a little bag of potatoes. Actually, the potatoes that you saw, come on, Liddy, were some potatoes. I had some little tiny potatoes that I was going to cut up like to mix in with some eggs and stuff, that had ended up shriveling up and started putting off a couple of sprouts. And I was like, you know what? These are not really edible anymore. I'm going to go dump them in the ground and we're just going to see what they do. So I got a 5-gallon bucket off of potatoes that were not edible anymore. So I was pretty happy with that. And guys, before I go any further, I'm going to tell y'all about an experience we had the beginning of this week that was really bad. If y'all have been paying attention to the weather any here in the South, we've had these random pop-up storms that have been occurring. And not the last storm, but the storm before, guys, me and Libby got caught outside in it. I have a broody hen that is all the way down in the hen and rabbit barn. I had gone down there to check on her, was gathering eggs while I was out there moving the mobile chicken coops around, and all of a sudden I heard a crash. Guys, it was really bad, and I'm going to take you guys down there and show you exactly what happened here in just a few minutes. Lamb needs new grass. My chicks, meat birds, and the chicks that I hatched out with my incubators, they're growing off really nice, but they need to be moved. We're going to get them away from being right here in right under my carport. There's no need for them to be there anymore. So I'm actually going to get a pen from down in the barn when I get done moving Lamb. We're going to get them all put in the pen, and then I'm going to hook up the front latch to the back of the Ranger, and we're going to slowly pull that down there and add them. So I'll have 3 mobile chicken coops side by side. It just makes feeding and watering easier, and they can all be rotated at the same time. It'll just kind of be like putting everything together. So that is the plan for this morning. And if you already look down there, you can see that there's some work going on. But we're going to head down there and show y'all exactly what happened here in just a little while. I'm going to be getting Romeo out of his kennel because when I let Lamb out to move her fence, she likes to eat all the things that I've planted that is not wrapped up. So we're going to bring Romeo out, and I hope that will keep her somewhat distracted long enough where I can get her fencing moved and get her put back in without her eating. I've got a plum tree and a couple of roses over there, and she always shoots to those first. Romeo, come. So I'm hoping that he will help me with her because it's just me and Livy today. We're gonna do the best we can with the chores that we've got to get done. Okay, you can see she's right there. She's actually caught in the net. She doesn't ever get caught in the net, so I don't know why she's in the net. But we're fixing to get her moved to a new spot so she will have some fresh grass right now. She is all moved to fresh grass. Here is some squash that I picked. Now, if y'all have been watching us for a long time, y'all know that I found a squash over in the compost early spring that somehow ended up there at some point in time from last summer. The squash was still amazing. Of course, it was broken down, but the seeds inside was still completely fine. Y'all saw me plant those. Y'all saw me transplant those. Y'all seen me harvest off of those. But this is what I wanted to show y'all. Y'all have heard me talk about how I've battled vine borers, and I come out. I knew that I had seen a couple of vine borers out here, and when I started seeing evidence of the worms going into the vines, I immediately cut those out. I showed y'all a little bit about that on the last videos. I did lose a couple of plants, like This one right here is just not gonna thrive that I'm dealing with right now because I had to cut too deep on it. As you can see, it's just not a good plant, healthy plant. It is still alive, you can see, but it's just not thriving. Now all of these I cut into as well. I had to cut into. There was pretty much a worm or two in each one of all of them. But you can see that they are still doing great. I've already harvested all the other squash off, and there's still some more producing. Of course, you see over there, not including all the things that are in the big garden. So very well happy and pleased. My peppers are coming along very nice as well. And my cucumbers are really starting to grow. Y'all saw me and Colby move this trellis over here for them. I have some that will come up and some that will go down, utilizing that space. The sweet potatoes are really starting to grow. As soon as this lettuce goes to seed, I'm gonna leave one and pull up the rest. Cucumbers over here. Oh, and somehow I missed that one and didn't get it picked. So things are coming along here in the summer. Tomatoes, I got tomatoes, and this is cinnamon basil. Marigolds, of course, are over here as well. Probably the prettiest marigolds that I have are right here over in by my squash. Just absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm out to empty the back of the Ranger because it's full of stuff. We got to get that out, go down and get a dog pen. I'm gonna get these chicks loaded up, get them moved down along with the chicken tractor so we can get all of these guys together. I wanted to get out here before the sun got up too high, but that didn't happen. And I'm already sweating pretty heavy. We're also gonna go ahead and pick the rest of the squash that's down there. When the girls are gone until lunch today, but when they get home, it is plum and blueberry picking time because I'm gonna have to have the extra hands to get those done. So y'all, here is the baby chicks that I told you. I showed y'all my broody hen. I think I shared with y'all a little bit of what I had to do to make her stay, because she was over here and the other hens was messing with her. This is my oldest hen, Snowy. She's been with us for a long time, and she's actually hatched chicks before, but here are her little bitties. Aren't they cute?
Mama.
So she hatched those, meaning she hatches them, she'll take care of them. I actually just opened up her pen, so this will kind of be their area that they mingle. She will cluck at them and fuss at them and teach them. If they go over here without her, these hens over here are gonna kill them. But I'm hoping that she will keep them in line. So I opened up their little pen. They can come and go from that pen anyway, but she's teaching them everything they need to do. She's got a couple more eggs in there. I don't know. It looks like one may be trying to hatch out or stopped hatching. I'm not sure, but Mama Hen knows what to do. God gave them that instinct, so I'm gonna let her do her thing. But I wanted to show y'all the chicks and see how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 6 in there? 6. So it's okay. It's okay. They're gonna go right back to her.
What's the extra? I want to come on the ground.
Okay, I've got a pen up there. I'm just gonna have to grab that pen. That's what I'm going to be loading the other chicks up in to move down here right now. Just finished picking squash. Thankfully, it's not as much as we usually bring in, so that's a good thing that it slowed up just a little bit, because I'm just not sure that I can handle much more. I've canned right over 70 quarts of squash. I've made several dozen squash patties, so I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these yet. Most of them are probably going to go into squash patties. Some I'm already giving away. I've already given away a ton of what I had, but it is such a blessing. We are very thankful to have this and to be able to share as well. You want to go look at the barn?
Yeah.
What happened to the barn?
It can look like Tweety.
Yeah. So here's the time that we've been waiting to show y'all. All right, y'all get on. Let's go ride and look at the barn, and then we're going to load up the kennel. Don't step on my squash. All right, if you sit right there, you got to sit down. You can't stand up. Jennings, why don't y'all start moving them all right here in a pile, so that way we can get the kennel. I mean, we can get the, don't throw them. We can get the kennel in here and get the chicks. All right, guys, I'm taking y'all to the barn down in our pig forest. Libby and I was over in the chicken and the rabbit barn probably about 4 or 5 days ago, and I knew it was about to start raining, but I didn't realize it was like a storm coming, and we got caught in the storm. We were down in this barn. The wind started blowing really, really hard. Thundering and like all of a sudden it just turned on. Thunder and lightning was popping all around us. We were already in there checking on my mama hen and her little chicks. She only had 2 or 3 out, and I was checking on her. We were getting the eggs, and then all of a sudden I heard a loud crash. I figured it was the barn because we have all the dead trees over in the pig forest, so I kind of already assumed that one of the trees had fell on the barn, and that's exactly what happened. So we were able to get in touch with someone and just tell them, look, we've already lost our barn. If you cannot come do this right now, we're going to find somebody who will come do it, because the next thing is going to be all of our fence. These trees are going to continue to come down with our spring and summer storms, and we're not even going to have fence standing. So somebody is here kind of cleaning up, cutting those dead trees over, cutting them out, getting them down right now. I'm going to take y'all to the pig barn and show y'all the damage that we had done to the barn, and the guys that are working to clean up the dead trees right behind me right now.
What that boat didn't want to fit that one would have been the last one I was here.
Yep.
The big thing didn't.
So y'all see that these dead trees, we've shown y'all these before. The top literally come out of one of those in that storm right on the barn, and literally just destroyed the barn. So we're gonna have to replace all of the top part of that barn, and just thankfully it didn't get on any fence, but it was just a matter of time before it did get on the fence. And you can see that some of these trees are marked right here. Those are the trees that are going to be coming down out of the pig forest. The majority of them are the ones that died from the drought. They will still have some coverage over in here, but really because the drought killed the majority of them, or the drought allowed the bugs to get in, you know, the whole cycle. So it's just a process now of cleaning this up before it gets any worse. Alright y'all, the squash is unloaded. I have got my pen up here. I've backed up to these little chicks. I'm about to put them over in the pen. Then I'm going to pull to this side of the little tractor, and I'm going to connect this handle right here to the ball and drive really, really slow up to the barn so I can get these chicks. I mean, They're a really great size. There's no reason for them to be up here anymore. They need to be moved down, so we're going to do that right now. What did you find, Jen?
Calamity.
What are we going to eat those for? So we're going to have these for lunch, and I wanted to give y'all an update too of what is going on with the dishwasher. So y'all saw how the dishwasher almost caught on fire. I told you all about that. The guy come back and looked at it, and now the motor's not working. So we had to order a new dishwasher. Hopefully that's going to get put in tomorrow, because hand washing for a lot of kids, cooking meals from scratch, I'm just going to tell y'all, is not fun. So I will be so glad when the dishwasher gets changed back out and all the dishes can get put in the dishwasher throughout the day, and they're not piled up in my sink to the end of the afternoon, because that's usually what happens. Is the girls are supposed to help me with dishes, but sometimes they forget, and then I walk in and have a pile of dishes in the sink, and it is a little... It just adds that little extra stress that I don't need on me. So it will be good when the dishwasher gets back in. We're gonna snack on some cucumbers. The girls have been out of the house for today, so it is time for me to leave and go pick them up right now. We're gonna come back and pick blueberries and plums for this afternoon. I don't know how much else I will get done. I know once we get all the harvest in, then I try to take a day or two and get those prepared like they need to be, whether it's canning or in the freeze dryer or in the dehydrator or in the freezer, whatever that looks like for that period of time. But guys, thanks for tagging along with us today as we did a couple of chores early this morning. I wanted to show y'all the unfortunate news about our barn, and guys, that just really stinks. Now that they're cleaning up, now we're gonna have to replace the barn, but it is what it is. We're gonna take it and move on. Guys, thank you always for joining along with us. What do we say, y'all? God bless.
Happy home day, y'all.
What do we say, Livy?
Happy day.
No, you didn't do that right. What do we say, Jennings?
Happy home day, y'all.
Happy homesteading, y'all.